Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 3 of Fashion Week Men's. It is a very, very rainy day out there in London. Forecast is rain nonstop all day, like 100%. So heading out there with an umbrella, and it's gonna be cool in the 50s. So not that you need a weather report for any of this stuff, but today is my lightest day here at Fashion Week because of the fact that I think there are only like 4 shows, and I'm only attending one of them today, and it's not till later this afternoon. So in the meantime, this is where you're going to have some more fun, because instead of following me around at some of the fashion shows, I am going to be showing you to a few places. Because things can always change once I get to where I'm going, I'm just going to tell you about them once I get there, okay? So that I'm not going to have to say, oh, I didn't do that. And yeah, that's a game plan for today. So, very loose, very rainy, but we're in London and that's all that matters. So, come along for the ride. Alright, so hopefully you can see me and hopefully you can hear me with this, but I am now at Piccadilly Circus, and if you can see behind me, there's like a big statue, and if you go around, it's just, well, not exactly the same feel today because of the fact that it is rainy and chilly. But if you're not familiar with Piccadilly Circus, if you're familiar with Times Square in New York has all the lights and it's just crazy in that area. Piccadilly Circus is their version because they've got like the neon signs, if you can see behind me. Neon signs, it's a big area, lots of people here on a good day, and it's just very touristy as well too, as far as all the people that come here to flock. But I mean, it's basically just a lot of shopping streets around here. So we're gonna head down to a place called Jermyn Street, Jermyn, if I could spell on a Monday. And we're gonna check out a few shops there that I've never been to, but we'll take a look and explore, okay? So from Piccadilly Circus, the train stop, we're on Regent Street, and now we're heading towards Jermyn Street, which is, I believe, like 2 blocks away. Oh, no, it's 1 block away. I missed it. Here, let me turn around. So there's Jermyn Street. You can see Jermyn. And this is famous for all the men's shops. Now, it's going to be very pricey, but let's just take a look and see what they have here, and then we'll explore, okay? So let's take a look. So I was down here on Saturday because one of the fashion shows I went to, St. James, was located on the street. They actually blocked off the street down there, and they had their big fashion event. And that's where I started looking and noticing all the shops. Go over London. Look at this. Very fancy. Ooh, shoe place. Okay. Now, you know me and my coats and shoes. I'm gonna have to go in here and take a look and see what they have. But this is called Jones Bootmaker. So let's take a look. I don't want to record inside, but I'll just show you on the outside, and then I'll go inside and take a look. Not that I'm gonna buy anything, but let's just see. Okay, so I just checked out another store called Joseph Cheney and Sons. The shoes that they have there, it's interesting because, sorry, let me adjust this. The shoes that they have there is, you pick from the selection that they have available. If you want to change it in terms of the color, the material, maybe little details, they can do that for you. It'll take up to 10 weeks, and then they charge an additional £250 for that additional process. But then the shoes that they have on the floor were beautiful as it is. They're pretty reasonable in terms of shoes. Now, I take that with a grain of salt because
pretty reasonable for like great shoes. They're ranged for like 300, 400, 500 pounds, and some of them are really beautiful. But it was interesting in terms of they're all made in Northampton here in England. So I'm just going to check out a few other stores as we head down the German street to see what else they have, because they said that there are other stores that have custom shoes where they measure your shoe, they create a mold, and it could take up to a year to make it, but it's going to cost thousands of pounds. So it's a very interesting process, and I can't afford that, but let's see what else we can find. I guess what's nice on this day is that since it's raining, it's not as crowded as it probably would be. Oh, we only had just a lot of money, just shopping and pick. But let's see what else we can find. Churches, I heard of that brand. I guess there's also a lot of eateries here too, but I'm gonna save my eating for a little later in a different location in another part of town. I won't tell you yet, depending on how things change, but let's keep on going. Okay, I'm further along on German Street, and there's this street called Church Place, and there's this great looking, looks like a church here, but I mean all the buildings here in London just have me very interested. Now let's look on the other side. These look like shirt places. Charles Tyrwhitt, suits and shirts. See, I'd rather spend the money on the shoes that last a long time in quality. The problem with clothing, and I'll be perfectly honest as I'm walking and talking here, is that my size changes a lot. I can lose the weight, I put it on, and so it changes, and depending on the season, some of the stuff is just, you don't wear all the time. So to spend a lot of money on clothing is ridiculous. The only thing that I will spend money on in terms of clothing, shoes or accessories, are coats. Because coats relatively, coats the size fits pretty well. And so, let me move here so I don't get run over. And so in terms of what I do spend money on in terms of, clothing, it's coats that if I find something I really love, then I'll wear it, buy it and I'll wear it. But in terms of regular clothing, shirts and jeans, because of my size changes, I don't want to spend all that money as I'm babbling here. Now let's look across the street here. Look at this, Harvey Hudson. Very colorful. Does not look like my style though. No. Okay. As we're making our way down the street here, there is Russell and Bromley. Now I love that store. So I was going to show you my shoes, but I'm not wearing the Russell and Bromleys today. I did wear them yesterday. I didn't want to get them all wet. So they've got several locations here in London, and they got great shoes. And so I was actually checking out one of their other stores in Covent Garden area the other day and debating on what to get. Let's just go across and you can see. So they are here only in the UK. So I was looking at these white sneakers. I don't know if you call them trainers here in the UK, but sneakers. They look kind of cool with the stripes on the side. So we'll see. We'll move on. More suiting jackets. A lot of names that I don't recognize at all. Oh, this looks like a cheese place. Oh, look at this. Cheesemongers in 1797. I do hear that there's a lot of great cheese stuff here, but let me go in and take a look and see what they have, just to look. Okay, as I'm making my way down German Street, I noticed this place called John Lobb. can see it down there. John Lobb shoes. Some great looking casual shoes. I'm gonna go in and take a look and see what they have here at the store. Well, that was very pricey. The casual shoes were like in the 600 range. The dress shoes were like well over 1,000. And sorry about that. And yeah, that's a little too much. So, interesting place to check out, but yeah, yeah, a little too rich for my blood. So, keep on looking. Here's an interesting place called Loke Shoemakers. Let's see what they have here in the window. Hey, so I just finished going to the Foster and Son shoe store, and they were super nice in there. Great education in terms of the shoes. They do ready to wear, and they start in the $700 pound range. They also have bespoke, which 5,000, 12 months is the process. They'll take your shoe mold, create a mold of your shoe, and you'll come in for a couple of fittings to check out, you know, your shoe to see if the mold fits, the right leathers, the right material. There are different grades of leathers, so beautiful. I mean, I saw a couple of pair of shoes that were wonderful, but starting at $800, a little too pricey for me. They pointed out some other shoe stores here on the street, so which is very nice of them. I'm going to check them out. But yeah, I mean, they're very friendly. If you do go in and are curious about bespoke shoes, I spoke to a lovely woman named Pam there at the store. She was very kind, and I told her what I'm doing, exploring and getting some more information, and she was just sweet. So great place to check out, Foster & Sons here on German Street. It's kind of midway down the street. Check it out, okay? So we'll check out a few more. She said there are a few more places that are even pricier than them, so I can't imagine to see what the prices are and what they offer. Okay, so here I'm coming up to a place called Longmire Cufflinks, and so I guess all they sell are cufflinks. I had no idea. Hold on, hopefully you can see this. All cufflinks. Wow. Interesting. And then she did mention this place called Edward Green. So here we are at Edward Green, checking it out. Let's go in and see what they have. Okay, so that was interesting. They don't do bespoke at that shop. The shoes were like $800, $900 for the shoes that they had, but they don't do bespoke, so that was interesting. So now I'm checking out some more streets here, some more shops here, and I'll turn it around so you can see where I am. Look at this parade of umbrellas over here. It's too bad they got all this construction going on in this street. I'm sure it'd be a nice street, but there's a lot of construction going on. So, sorry for all the noise. Alright, so I made it to the end of German Street. Let me turn you around. I'm not sure what street this is that it runs into. I can't see a sign, but German Street basically runs in in between St. James Street. So German Street is located between St. James Street and Regent Street if you're going to be checking this place out. So now that I made it to the other side, let's head down the other side of the road and see what else we can find here. Alright, so I'm going to test this out if you can hear me, because I just went into the JM Weston store, and it's actually a French company, not a UK company, French, and they have one in New York, so let me know if you can hear this. Alright, so hopefully you can hear me better now. Sorry about that noise out there. But that last shoe store that I looked at, French, I had no idea. I thought they were a UK brand here, but French. Everything made in France. Some of the casual shoes were really nice, but like almost 500. And the dress shoes, I saw a single strap black pair that I liked, but it was like 800, so a little out of my price range. And now we're in an arcade right off of German Street, so I'm just checking out to see what they have. Yeah, excuse my, sorry, I hope you're enjoying this little shop along with me. What do you think? Should I buy a hat? Not my thing. Not really a hat person. And then here we are at the other end. I don't know, I think this is Piccadilly Street, I think. I don't know. There's a Burlington House. I've been there for a fashion show across the street. I'm going to turn around and go back onto German Street now. Maybe I'll check out this shoe store here called Bowen. See what they have. Alright, so Bowen is a French brand, but they have factories here in the UK. And again, as I'm going through the shoe process, learning about the higher quality shoes, you don't see the stitching on the bottom of the sole. It's more done on the inside, which makes it more expensive. In addition to the quality of the leather, what they put in the what chemicals they put in the leather, if they do or if they don't. So, yeah, not understanding why shoes are so expensive and why they definitely are a great investment if you have the money. And one of the tips that Pam at that other store had told me is that, rotate your shoes to make them last. Don't just wear the same shoe over and over again, which is exactly what I do, because when it comes to my shoes, I've got shoes that I change based on the season or what I'm wearing, and I've got a pair of shoes that are 20 years old that I bought in Italy, as I'm just dating myself here, but they still look amazing after all this time because of the fact that I don't wear them every day. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to give your shoes longevity. Okay, so I'm back, heading back, and here's that Foster & Son shoe store that I checked out earlier with the lovely lady Pam. And this is the place where I really like their shoes a lot. There's a pair there that I like, but they're like over 1,000. And yeah, not this time around. But I'm gonna head back to that one shoe store down the street where the price point was right. But let me just show you. Go outside here. This is Foster & Son. And I'm gonna head back to that other shoe store down towards Regent Street and then go from there. I'm getting hungry, so let's see what I'm gonna do. I'm debating if I go to the next place or if I do something else. But yeah, that's it for now. Well, that was a no-go. The shoes that I tried on, which were really nice, were a little too narrow. And because I have wide feet, too much information, but yeah, that didn't work out. Saved myself 175 pounds, so not bad. But let's see what else they have here. Hey, so I finished my shopping on German Street and picked up a pair of shoes. I may show you that later. And I stopped by Jigsaw again just to take a look. It's, like I told you the other day, it's one of my favorite stores here. Now I'm going to turn this around, and I'm still in the Piccadilly area, but right across the street is the Le Méridien Piccadilly. So we've stayed there before during the holidays, several years ago. And if you want to be really in the heart of the Piccadilly craziness, the Le Méridien is a great choice. As far as the location, I mean, it's busy, it's everything. There's lots of stores, there's shopping, there's everything, and you're right on Piccadilly Street. So definitely one other option in terms of a location in a hotel. It's a beautiful place. Definitely check it out if you're going to be considering coming to London as another neighborhood place. I'm going to be heading over to Fortnum and Mason. I've never been there before. It's down the street here on Piccadilly. Wanting to check it out and see what's there since I'm already in the area before I head back to the hotel and drop off some of my stuff. Now, let me turn this around. Latest development, the show that I was going to be attending later today, due to the weather, things have changed, so I will not be attending anymore. So, my afternoon is free, so I'll be debating on where I'm going to go, because there's one other place I was going to go, but it's outdoors, so who knows, maybe if I do it or not. But for now, we're going to head into Fortnum and Mason and check it out, okay? So, I'm now in Fortnum and Mason, and I've never been here before. It looks like it's a bunch of food as far as what they offer, but everything is so pretty in terms of the offerings. Chocolates. Look at this place. Look at that, very springy here. Very nice. I don't know where to go, but we'll head up to the other areas and explore. Oh, look at all this. Look at all this goodies. Wow. Okay, so a very nice woman at the candy counter told me to just really explore this place. A bunch of food and a lot of... It's just beautiful here, I guess. So let's just explore and see where we go. I'm gonna head downstairs and check this out. Foods and wines. Oh, look at this. Shopping like crazy here. Oh, look at the breads. Look at all the breads. Oh, this is so good. And I haven't eaten yet, so... Oh, look at these cookies. These are so cute. Chocolate crunch.
Well, it's a bit different, but the same sort of thing.
Oh, this is so cute. They have a meat section, which is kind of weird. Look at all this. Hello. I've never been here before, so I'm just exploring everything. Everything looks so good. Got some cheeses over here. And then we've got a butcher. Just a lot. Okay, I'm gonna head upstairs because I'm getting really hungry here. There you go. The gallery. Okay, I'm taking the elevator up to the top floor, and I'll work my way down. So all you're seeing is the elevator and me. Hi.
Fourth floor.
So let's see where this opens up to. Oh, I hear music. Hello. Okay, so that was the fourth floor where they have afternoon tea from 11 to 7 each day. 11 a.m. to 7 each day. Check out the hours, but it looked beautiful in there. Definitely have to check it out since I haven't had tea. No, I've had tea in London, afternoon tea in London. I forgot the name of the place during my last visit with friends, but have never done it here, but I'm sure it's beautiful, and I think I've heard of it here too. So we're now on the third floor. I'm not sure what's here, but we'll take a look. Okay, so the third floor was men's stuff. Now we're on the second, and I think it's fragrance and beauty. Okay, so that was fragrances, and yeah, I'll skip that part. See what's on the first floor. Okay, there you go. So fragrances on the second floor. Now I'm going back to the first. I think it's kitchenwares and houseware stuff, so we'll see what we have here on this floor. Turn it around.
Stai correndo o ti stai ingamberando ogni volta?
Oh, they've got a little parlor here, and some gelatos, and a little sit-down place to eat. I'll show you. Center stairwell. So, a lot of picnic stuff. Look at all this. Picnics. So, picnic stuff. $70 for a picnic blanket. Okay. Very nice. So I'm back in Covent Street area, or Covent Garden area. I've done a little shopping. And I checked out another store in the opposite direction. Cute little street that I'd never heard of. Lamb's Conduit. All these cute little shops and everything like that. And the rain has calmed down a little, but it's still kind of chilly and damp. And I do have a lot of work to do, so I'm gonna head back to the hotel and do some work. But I just wanted to show you where I am at this point in time. So it's been an interesting day.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's my last day here in London. Just got ready this morning, packed up, cleaned up, and I'm all packed and ready to go, heading off to the airport. So let's talk about the trip. This London Fashion Week men's was a wonderful experience. So many shows, so many collections, new things that I've never seen before in terms of designers, in terms of capturing all that on the magazine. So a lot of that will be coming on the magazine. So I don't know, by the time you see this, maybe it's already out there or what, but just stay tuned because there's a lot of it coming your way. So it's been quick. It's been wonderful. I love coming to London. I love the city. So hopefully in between the fashion shows, you got a chance to experience some of London. I know it's not a full travel video or tourist video and stuff like that, but hopefully you got a chance to see some things. And especially yesterday with our little adventure off on Jermyn Street, learning more about the shoe history in that area for Fordham and Mason, checking that out, and then just some of the explorations during our time together. Hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Always something new to discover and find here in London. So as I wrap up here, my travel tip again here is I'm going to be, from my hotel, I'm taking an Uber to Paddington Station, and from there I've got a ticket that I purchased a month ago on the Heathrow Express, so I'm going to take that to Heathrow, and on the Heathrow Express it's 15 minutes. It's amazing. You guys have to check it out if you're coming into central London from Heathrow. The Heathrow Express is the way to go. Trust me. It's fast, it's convenient, and if you purchase ahead, it's a great price. And then also, it's just very comfortable. It feels like first class when you're in there. It'll drop me off at Terminal 2, and then from there, I'll just go through the tunnels and check in, and then just hang out for my flight this afternoon, early this afternoon, and heading back home. So, with that said, I hope you've enjoyed everything, and there'll be more adventures to come. But this chapter of Fashion Week in London is going to be wrapping up, and so that you don't miss our next adventure, make sure you subscribe, make sure you give a like, make sure you leave a comment, and then also share this out with your friends. Again, we're trying to grow this YouTube channel, more of that behind the scenes aspect that you don't normally see on the magazine, because I'm helming this portion of the videos in YouTube, so I hope you enjoy. And with that said, thanks so much for watching. I'm Danny, and I'll see you next time here on VRAI Magazine. Bye-bye.